Hey, yo, peace. What's up, family? This your big brother, Big Mike, checking in, RealTalkTV. Hope you guys are having a blessed day, and thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it. Shout out and much love to all my subscribers, man. Thank you all so much for the love and support. I appreciate you guys subscribing and liking the content, and hit me up in the comments. Let me know how much y'all appreciate the content. Much love and respect to you guys. Also, if you're not subscribed, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button right there at the bottom right corner. Don't forget to hit that bell icon, hit that like button, hit me up in the comments, and also share the video, okay? All right, guys, so in this video, I'm gonna talk to y'all about something I dealt with in my life. A lot of y'all have dealt with this. That's trust issues in relationships. I'm talking about man and woman, you know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't talking about friendships right now. But if you are in a relationship with a man or a woman, you got trust issues, listen, you need to rid yourself of that quick, fast, and in a hurry. And if you can't, you don't need to be in a relationship. There's no room for that in a relationship. I would know because I've been there. When I was younger, I had hella trust issues. I was taught not to trust women like that because a lot of women, from what I've seen throughout my life, have done some pretty grimy stuff. I've seen a lot of stuff throughout my life, man. I've seen friends' moms have 3 and 4 boyfriends and none of them knew about the other guy. I got a sister, you know what I'm saying? I see my sister, play dudes and stuff like that. I've seen what women are capable of doing, you know what I'm saying? My aunt dated a bunch of dudes. My mom was out there, dating a bunch of dudes. So I've seen a lot of what women are capable of doing. So I was brought up with that mindset of, man, you better watch your back when it comes to dating a woman. I dealt with that for a long time. There was trust issues I had that have ran some women off before in the past. Now, I'm married now, but when I first got my wife now, I was still dealing with that a little bit, but I realized I had to get rid of that if we were going to ever become like a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no room for that in a relationship. You either trust the person or you don't. If you don't trust them, if you feel like you got to be spying on them and putting tracking devices on their cars and calling them on video call every 15 minutes to make sure that they at where they say they're going to be at, all this other stuff, man, you got to follow them, make sure that they are where they're supposed to be, and you got private investigators and all this other stuff, tracking this person down about their whereabouts and stuff like that. Man, we're doing all of that just to see if somebody is who they say they is, or to see if you can really trust them like that, then you don't need to be with somebody like that. You don't need to be with nobody. You need to work on yourself. If you got to do all of that to ensure you can trust somebody, you do not need to be in a relationship. So all you're going to do is run that person off. Let me ask you a question. If you're watching this video and you got trust issues, I had to realize this myself. If you got trust issues, you can say, oh, it's because I was hurt in the past. That's no excuse. Let me tell you something, that's no excuse. Because the person that you are with right now does not deserve to pay for what the last person did. If they didn't do anything to you. If the new person that you're dating right now has done nothing to you, you have no business treating them like they're the person that you dated before. That person does not deserve to pay for what the last person did. Something I had to realize myself. So I don't care how much you've been hurt. I don't care how much you've been traumatized. If you're going to go out there again and date, you need to be sure that you're clear of those past traumas, those past hurts. That's why you need to take time for yourself to really get to know yourself and heal before you date again. You cannot take that into a new relationship. Now, I get it naturally that you are going to still have that in the back of your mind a little bit because, we're human. It's okay to have certain fears, you know what I'm saying, or be a little skeptical. It's okay. But don't go over the top, doing all this weird stuff just because you're not sure about this person, you know what I'm saying, you're going to make them pay for what the last person did. That's not cool. Because, again, let me ask you a question. Is any of that going to benefit the relationship? Answer that. Is any of that going over the top, spying on them, you know what I'm saying, got friends following them to places and stuff like that, like I said, putting tracking devices on vehicles and all that nonsense, is that going to help the relationship in any way? No, it's not. It's only going to run the person off. Because over time, they're going to be like, yo, this person crazy, man. I ain't dealing with this. Who's going to really want to deal with that? You know what I mean? And I had to look back on my life when I'm, talking about this, man, because I've done that. I ran some people off because I had severe trust issues. I'm talking about severe. My goodness. It was so bad to where If you didn't answer my text within an hour or two, I'm like, yo, what's going on? I already had that in my mind because I was so hip to what a lot of women are doing. Not all women, but a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? And so I had severe trust issues before, but it's something I had to get over if I was going to ever have a fruitful relationship. And that's something that if you guys are going to ever have a fruitful relationship, you have to get over those trust issues, man. I know it's hard, especially with the stuff that's going on out here nowadays. People doing all this weird stuff. People out here sneaking and snooping around on the low. I get it, man. I get it. It's hard. It's really, really hard to trust people nowadays. But again, if you are going to call yourself being in a relationship, that's something you need to let go of, those trust issues. You're going to do nothing but run the person off. That's not going to help the relationship. A relationship should be focused on building together, focusing on your goals as a couple, and moving in the direction you both want to go. Ain't no time for that trust issue stuff. Of course, you want to test people. You know what I'm saying? Be sure that your spirits are aligned. Be sure that y'all mentalities match. Make sure y'all not unequally yoked. But once you get past those barriers, you know what I'm saying, of seeing if you can trust this person or not, or let them in, then trust them. If they don't do anything to set your alarms off or raise any red flags, then don't make them pay for what the last person did. That's not fair to them, especially if they're a good person. If you got a good dude or a good woman, don't put them through that. They don't deserve that, especially if they didn't do anything to, like I said, trigger you or set your alarms off or raise your antennas. If they didn't do nothing to do that, then start them off on a clean slate. Allow them to basically, give you a reason to do that. Don't just up and do that just because you traumatized by what the last person did. You feel me? So, man, knock it off. If you feel like you need time to heal, then heal. Until you do that, you have no business in a relationship. I can tell you that, like I said, because when I was dating before I got married, and I was still dealing with trust issues, I had no business in those relationships, man. I really didn't. I was only in those relationships because at that time, I hated to be alone. I hated to be by myself. Like, I had to have a woman around me. So I got in relationships knowing I wasn't ready, but I just needed that security of having someone. But I had no business in those relationships looking back on it because I still was not healed mentally and spiritually to be in those relationships. But I'm good now. I'm just telling y'all the real. That's what it was back then. But again, if you're not ready, take your time. Do not get in a relationship if you are not ready. Dealing with trust issues, then work that out. Do what you got to do to work that out. Get that out your head. Get that out your spirit. If you're going to trust somebody, trust them. If you're not going to trust them, don't trust them. All the nonsense, man, all the tracking them down and following them and all this other stuff, that's not worth it. That's not cute. There's nothing cute about that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, again, take your time, and in due time, when you feel like you're ready, then go out there, meet somebody, and if you're going to trust them, trust them. If you're not, don't waste your time. All right, man, but that's all I got in the video, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, do me a favor, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit me up in the comments and let me know what you thought about the video. But until next time, you guys be blessed and take care, man. I love you guys, man. That's your big homie, Big Mike, checking out, man. Peace.